Hey, everybody. You are listening to the Photographic Collective Podcast. I'm Miles, and I'm sitting here with my best friend, Jared.
What's up?
And listen, around here, we care so much more about what's real than what's trending. So this is a podcast for artists. Y'all, we want to go deeper. We want to create with purpose, and we want to build a life that's more than just a highlight reel. Jared, how's that for an opening? How'd I do?
Well, you did good. I like it.
Yeah?
That's what we're going to be about, man. That's it right there.
Man, can I firmly admit that I just read that? Is that okay?
No, I think everybody knows that.
It sounded red. Okay. Hey, you guys,
We're
welcome
working
back.
on it.
Welcome to Photoco.
It's
Welcome
gonna
to
be good, man.
This podcast has been an act of love for a lot of years, Jared. I'm excited about this version of this thing. Hey, before you jump in and sort of cast some vision, can you tell me a little bit, or tell our listeners a little bit about why we're back on the mic right now?
Oh my gosh. Well, we're back on the mic because it's a new chapter for us. And we've had some people in our lives that have encouraged us to start a new chapter of this podcast. You know, this podcast, when did we start this? We started this back in
2020, maybe 2021?
Maybe, yeah, something like that. So we're a few years in, and, we came out hot. We were... I don't want to throw out whatever numbers, but we were in the top podcasts in the photographic world for a minute there, and it felt good. It was cool. We were talking to awesome people, and we found ourselves just really having a hard time sustaining that. But man, we've had some really cool people in our lives lately that have encouraged us to jump back in and really invest in it. And we put a lot of prayer into this, and we're ready to jump in and go full out and really be able to serve people well through this platform. Because the reality of it is just the potential of podcasting and reaching people that you never would reach before is just unbelievable. And so we want to take advantage of that.
Man, there it is. Can I say, first time listeners, we're gonna tell you all about what to expect here in just a minute, because there's a lot of new things that are coming with this podcast, a lot, and I don't say that lightly. This isn't me being hyperbolic. We actually have some renewed vision into how we're doing this and who we're speaking to and why. But longtime listeners, friends of ours that have listened to this podcast maybe since the very beginning, you guys that have stuck with us through conversations with Phil Porto and Allison Conklin and Fer and Jai Long and big names in this industry. You guys, we want that for you again. We want you guys to have access to pull up a seat at a really cool table and hear the stories of remarkable artists as they chat through some of the challenges that they've faced and some of the big successes they've had, and more than anything, really to humanize those people, to bring it down to earth and say that, those of us that call ourselves artists are so much more than I mentioned in that opener, than the highlight reel. We're so much more than that. We're so much more than going viral and all the clickbait and all the trends. And, there's got to be meat on the bones to be an artist. And we're really excited to bring that back into your ears, because I think that there's a need for it. There's a lot of really shallow education going on out there right now.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing that's not changing, with this podcast. It's going to be about the people, and that word humanizing. But just letting people know that, they're not alone, and that we want to create a community around this podcast, and let this just be one of the tools that we use to reach people, to let them know that they're not alone and that other people are walking through some of the same stuff, and that we all can kind of relate. Can I read this podcast description that we've kind of come up with?
Dude, straight off of Chat GPT. Let's go.
It gets me excited.
We hired an AI.
It really helped us. He, she, they really helped us a lot. But it goes like this. The Photographic Collective Podcast is a bi-weekly conversation with creatives who are chasing depth over hype. Okay, no ego, just real stories from people who've built something meaningful. and the mess, growth, and grit it took to get there. This show is a seat at the table. I love that picture. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's art, sometimes it's about navigating what it means to be human, all through the lens of a camera and a calling. If you're looking for honest conversations that feed your soul and push you forward, welcome home. That's it.
Oh,
okay.
That's it.
I mean,
I like it.
That gets me pumped. I want to listen to it.
I'm stoked about it. Hey, don't log off of this episode though and be like, okay, earmark this because in 2 weeks, hopefully there's going to be something good. You guys, there's a lot that's going to be good in this episode as well. We want to kind of paint a picture for you about what all this is going to look like, as well as drum roll here. Formally announcing the opening of our platform of the Photographic Collective. Yes. It's been 5 years, actually a little bit more than that, in the making, of wanting to build a place where photographers can kind of call home, where we can get together, where we have community, where we have accountability and relationships can be built. And inside of that, there is education. But I want to be really clear that this is not an educational platform. This is a community. And I think that's the difference. And this podcast is really going to serve, to your point, Jared, to kind of everything that you just read. This podcast is going to really serve as an on-road for what happens over in that community and what we're building over there. So tell us a little bit about that, what to expect, when is all of that going live, and what is it? I've been on vacation for a few weeks. You've been the one working. Can you tell us about what's going on?
Yeah, totally. Okay, so August 15th is when the Photographic Collective is dropping. Okay, right now, when you're listening to this, you can get on a wait list to get more details that we'll email you everything you need to know about August 15th. But this platform is going to be an awesome place that we're going to bring a community of creatives together to learn together. We're going to have some really cool resources on this, like video resources, like walk-alongs, stuff that we've gotten feedback from people that they've wanted to see from our personal work, walk-alongs, tutorials. We'll have these podcasts. Tell them what we're doing with the podcast that's going to be different at the end of every podcast.
Yeah, this is cool. So there will be a hook on every single podcast, whether we have a guest or not. We are going to do a little thing that's exclusive over for members of the Photographic Collective, and we're going to call that After the Pod.
Yes, sir.
And what that is a short, kind of very digestible, very actionable set of tasks that's given to you right from our guests. So that may be, 4 things that you can do right now to level up your business, or 3 things to, help your next Instagram reel go viral, something like that. But we're going to give the mic exclusively over to our guests and say, okay, teach us.
Yes.
And then you're going to have the opportunity to hear Jared and I kind of react back and forth to that advice and how we would utilize it, and hopefully how we will utilize it. And
something really cool. So something different, and we're really excited about that. But other stuff that you're going to see, one idea that we had was doing wedding debriefs for you guys. So we're going to literally walk you through a wedding day through a gallery of raw and gritty photos, and literally kind of have story time of telling you kind of what, because I'm not going to lie, we have some of the best stories when it comes to wedding days, and we're going to share them with you, the good, the bad, and just the really epic with you. So we're going to do that every month, and we're going to do a live call because we really do want to bring that community piece where people aren't just seeing us, but they're seeing each other, seeing their peers in that, and we can all learn together with that. So we'll do a live call each month. And so when you do sign up, there's already courses in there for you to take part in, but every quarter of the year, we're actually going to be putting out full courses for you to take part in, and we'll get feedback from you guys and hear what people want and need, and try to meet that need. So we're really, 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 really pumped about this.
This is going to be super cool. Yeah, very collaborative. Okay, so for today's episode, we've kind of already chatted through a little bit of a vision, a little bit of a a goal for where we're headed. But Jared, I want to I genuinely, I want to look back just a little bit. I asked the other day in the Photoco Facebook group, which by the way, guys, is going nowhere. We're going to keep that live and keep that going. Hopefully continue to grow that as the platform grows. But I asked in the Facebook group the other day, what was your favorite podcast guest?
Oh yeah. What did people say?
Well, the first answer that came back was Fer.
Yeah.
And that made me so happy, man. That episode was so unhinged. It was also very unplugged, but it was completely so unhinged. You heard it, Fer. You heard him say it. But I want to hear from you, like Jared. What are some things that you've learned over the years of us talking to people? Like who are guests that have changed your trajectory?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I've learned, I think it's easy to be starstruck by people, because we live in this world of social media where you don't really know who people really are. You only see what they want you to see. And I think one of our goals has been that humanizing piece of our guests. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I've learned sitting down to talk with people is having the aha moments myself of being oh, this is just a normal guy. This guy has a family, just like I do. And he has insecurities too, like I do. And just knowing, being encouraged by that and hoping our listeners will be encouraged too. Just by that fact that we've had guests come on that are vulnerable and share their stories that I've just been able to really connect with and know that okay, everybody's real. These are real people, and everything I see online or on social media, it all kind of makes sense now. And so that's always been really rewarding. What about you?
Man, I'm going to kind of reverse the question for just a hot second and say I have been on this is sort of the difference between you and I, Jared. I'm forever grateful for the amount of time that you spend sort of behind the scenes. But I tend to be the annoying face of all of our stuff. And so man, I've been on, I think 8 podcasts. I've got another one this week. I think I've been a guest on, 8 podcasts in the last 2 months. And so I've had the opportunity to sit in the hot seat, to experience what our guests experience. I've been asked really bad questions. I've been asked really great questions. I've had really uncomfortable conversations with people that aren't necessarily super great at this. And then I have also been interviewed by people that are just brilliant at bringing the truth out. And I think what I have learned through that process is that the listeners are starving for authenticity. They're hungry for it. And the reason that I know that, here's a specific instance. I was on the Unscripted podcast not too long ago. Mm-hmm. And I got hundreds of new followers on Instagram because of that podcast episode. Hundreds. They were pouring in from that podcast episode.
Yeah. We were like, what is happening?
It was wild, Jared. It was while you and I were in New York, and my Instagram was absolutely exploding. But I had challenged listeners on that podcast to don't just follow me. I want a DM from you. If this is touching you, I want to hear from you. I want the opportunity to pour back and say thank you. And oh my gosh, it was overwhelming how many people I had writing me saying oh, this resonated and this stuck. And dude, I want that for our guests.
Yeah.
I want our guests to sit in this seat and have a conversation about their insecurities and their battles and their struggles and how much they miss their family when they travel and the things that you and I go through on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And I want the listeners to have the opportunity to touch those people, to reach out and connect with those people, and to encourage them. Because it's weird, like you said, we have in this industry this weird celebrity, pseudo celebrity mindset, right? Oh man, Gabe McClintock is larger than life. No, dude, he's just a Canadian with a cool camera. These people are
really
normal.
Gifted Canadian.
He is a super gifted Canadian, but these people are normal, and they need you guys, you listeners. They need you. They need you to take the time to reach out and not just spam their last 50 posts, but reach out and say hey, that resonated. That meant a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I hope, genuinely, Jared, and I don't know, I should reach back out and follow up with him at some point. You remember back when we had Jai Long on the podcast?
Yeah.
He got real. You remember him crying on the podcast? Like he had tears in his eyes.
That was like a 3-hour podcast.
It was
we
a
had to cut that thing down.
long podcast, man.
It was good though. Yeah.
It was the only time I've ever heard him tell his story.
Yeah.
About like literally working in the mines. That's wild. This is a guy that we all think of as like, isn't he he's the Wedding Summit dude? But no, like there was a time where this guy didn't have 2 pennies to his name. And his story was fascinating. I hope people took the time to reach out and say like, hey, Jai, thanks for being real. Anyway, that's what's on my heart right now. And that's what I want for this whole thing. Hey, you pulled out some real core themes when you're doing some research on this relaunch. And I think that we need to give people those themes. So you guys, some context here before Jared reads these out. These are the themes that we're going to be sending over to every single guest on this podcast to say, hey, we want you to come alongside us in these themes on this interview. We want you to empower growth in these 5 areas. So Jared, what are these things?
Yeah, that's great. So this is what you can kind of expect from here on out, what the episodes will kind of be built around. But 5 core things, okay? Finding the source. What truly fuels creativity in each one of these guests? We want to hear that from them, okay? We want to empower growth. What actually is working in their journey and how can others learn from it, which will be huge. Human over hype. You're going to hear us, scream this. This is what the whole platform is about, okay? It's about real stories and it's not about highlight reels. And then challenge the artificial. Say the hard things, strip away ego, marketing polish, and the facade. We want to get rid of all that stuff. And really not just get rid of it to get rid of it, but like create a platform that is safe for people to be able to tell their story and for us to be, for me and Miles to be really good listeners in that. And then lastly, and probably the most important, and a lot of this will bleed over into the Photo Co., is community and connection. Okay, every conversation aims to forge something deeper, a deeper bond, and not just pass knowledge off to people. We want to actually make connection happen, and so that'll be one of our greatest goals. And I think we'll, like I said, bleed over into the Photo Co. Because we're going to be definitely doing that over there. But those are the 5 things that you can expect coming out of each one of these conversations.
Dang, man. Okay, listeners, if that gets you jazzed, if you're excited about that, hey, will you do me a favor, please? Will you click down into the show notes and click the sign up for the early access, so the August 15th notice? Yeah, we want that for you. And here's what I'm gonna say. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and like posture this thing exactly from my heart. What we don't need right now is another platform screaming that you're going to make 6 figures in 15 minutes. Like that is what we don't need as an industry. We don't need more, how to trend, how to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You guys, we want you guys to have 6 figures that you can give away. We want you to have so much success and so much overflow that you can give, that you can serve. And we want you to build your businesses on a posture of service so that when that success comes, and it will, but when that success comes, you know what to do with it. Yeah. And this is the reason that we frankly are kind of back on the mic. We've tasted this a little bit. We've felt it. And man, there are ebbs and flows of this industry. I think at times I feel like, man, Jared, you and I are at the very top. Like, where do you go from here? And then there's times where I'm like, man, if I don't book this tiny little wedding, my whole world is going to collapse. Right?
It's real. So, yep.
So building a place where we can have those honest conversations. That's
I think to
stuff.
That point, Miles, too, like from our perspective, I think we have been really focused on trying to be encouragement for other people. That I think in this season, going into this podcast, it's been helpful for us to surround ourselves with people that have encouraged us and just live out what we're preaching. And so I think that's going to be something different about this time is that we're not rocking this alone. That we have support and people who are cheering us on and giving us insight into how to do this better. Because that's the truth, man. We're better together, and I think that's what the Photo Co is going to be all about is building better people. And so we want to be a part of that as well as we grow. And I think this podcast is going to be a big part of that. So we're excited about your accountability, that you keep us accountable to be putting out better content and content that really is going to connect with you, the listener.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, last thing for you gear nerds out there that are like just about
you're
to
out
click
there.
off of this. Yeah. There's
do
the
it.
dorks are listening in. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
We can be a little dorky.
I'm raising my hand right now.
If you're watching us over on YouTube right now and you can see how beautifully lit Jared is, you know which one of us is the gear nerd.
That's right. I'm only on my fifth iteration of my camera light here.
Fifth today. Okay. Anyway, so those of you guys that truly love the photography element of this, right? The camera stuff. We're not going to leave you out here. And let me tell you something really, really tangibly here. One of the biggest things that we feel like we can offer to people over at the Photo Co is direct access, really clean access to the brands. And so we've partnered alongside some really great companies that we utilize, and we've organized those for you guys. And you're going to hear a lot of those names on this podcast as sponsors and as just friends of ours, but you're also going to be able to trust, frankly, that every single brand that we partner with over in Photo Co, whether that's through a discount for you guys or it's a product that we sell specifically through that company or whatever, they're all brands that we've vetted and brands that we know that you can trust to help build your business. And I'm going to call out one of those brands today, just one, but I feel like it's important that we say the one brand that has come alongside us that's really helped empower a lot of this new perspective, Jared. I think one of the things that has really shifted in our trajectory over the last, 2 or 3 months, maybe, is this collaboration. So you guys, Imagine AI, y'all, they're the largest name in the AI editing force at this point, and we've been friends with Imagine for a long, long time, but now we can officially say that the Iconic AI profile is available on Imagine. Jared, can you tell them real quick just something about Iconic?
Oh man, so Iconic is what we use. It's our profile. Literally, what you see coming out of our work is Iconic, and so we're sharing with you exactly what we're using on all of our photos. From we do a lot of work, different from weddings to commercial to shooting family photos, and we're using Iconic on all of it. So I believe that this will be the most versatile profile that you've ever used that will work for any camera system. We've worked really, really hard to make that happen. And we didn't think it was possible, and we've gotten it to that point where it is possible. So if you want pictures that are going to be toned the same way ours are, then the Iconic profile it's it.
Yeah, man, that's a pitch right there. We've had so much fun getting to know just the friends over at Imagine, and so this was sort of an unplanned shout out to them. They don't even know that we're doing this. But man, from all the hard work behind the scenes on this platform and at our relationships at Imagine, from our friends Noella and the community manager Scott and Guy all the way in Israel, who supported us so well in New York at Build at B&H Build. I mean, you guys, this is a company filled with just people that love
Cool
love
team.
you. They love the photographers. They're in this for you. And anyway, so super big shout out to them. Okay, so our big goal here, our big plan is to try and always keep these episodes underneath 30 minutes.
Yes, we're going to do it.
We want it. We want it under 30 so that you can enjoy it and you can listen to it on your way to the gym, or maybe while you're on the treadmill, or on your way to a shoot. Just something that'll encourage you. But then I promised, I already told you this, as soon as we're done with this, Jared is going in the hot seat. So Jared is our very first after the pod.
You want to hear this.
Yeah, if you want to be able to hear what we have going on with Jared, if you want to hear his perspectives on some hot topics, on August 15th, you're going to be able to click over into the Photographic Collective and listen to Jared Mark Fincher After the Pod. Excited about that. Hey, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to just share some space with us. Jared, thank you for all the work that you've put into making the PhotoCo a reality. Man, this has been a big dream of mine, of ours for a long time. Yep. I could not have done this without you.
Yep,
So.
It's going to be awesome, guys. Get on the wait list, August 15th. You're going to hear us screaming about it for the next, 20 days or so. So just get ready for that. But, hey, thanks for being with us today, and we'll see you on the next one.